the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at Boston, they've been executing at a high level. They've won 8 of their last 10, looking really strong. They've got to be pleased. And for Karl Anthony Towns, just last season, GMs voted him the player they'd most like to build a team around. Shaq, I can't think of higher praise than that.
That's because Big Cats is a perfect example of the modern-day center. Can do it all, Ernie, on both ends of the floor.
I really like his game, too.
I agree. He's a terrific scorer on 3 levels, and that's pretty impressive. He can do it on the box, the mid-range, and the 3-ball, Ernie.
Yes,
he has a lot of years left in him. He can make a big impact. I probably would want to start a team with him as well.
Kevin Harlan will have the call. Game's about to start. We'll see y'all later.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. You look at Minnesota. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
Well, they played extremely well during this win streak, Kevin, but right now they're in the midst of a game that might not continue it. The team they're facing wants to end the streak that they're on right now.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Brad Stevens is one of the youngest coaches in the league. At the same time, he's one of the longest tenured coaches in Celtics history. Kyrie Irving said he brings the ultimate unwavering confidence. Chill but assertive. He demands excellence out of you. You want to play for him. Kevin?
All right, David. By this point in the season, Doris, certain teams have been hit hard by the injury bug, and the truth is the next man up, the next player up, can be easier said than done.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Kevin. Sometimes it's not necessarily when the injury happens, it's who has the injury hit. So a all-star level player, an MVP caliber player, can't necessarily be replaced one for one. So sometimes you've got to make some schematic adjustments, and sometimes you've got to rely on the whole to pick up the one big star that's gone down.
I always thought, too, character is really revealed when you start losing a couple players to injury.
No doubt, Kevin.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague runs the point with Butler at his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Wiggins in at the 3.
Well, you love the unselfishness of Gordon Hayward in that instance. You think of him as a scorer, but he's a terrific setup guy as well.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Towns down low, working on Horford. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Wiggins, guarded by Tatum. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
No, I completely agree. They completely took the crowd out of it. They were scorching hot from the perimeter all night long.
Here's Towns. Good work defensively by Horford.
That's just superb interior defense, not allowing him a free run to the rim.
Brown kicks to Irving. There's the triple. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
No good with the layup.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Brown against Butler. Towns with the steal. Butler feeling it out a bit. Hayward against Wiggins. Here's Towns. The kick outside to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Towns. And the call will be against Al Horford. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Teague against Irving. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 14.
0 for 4. They can't buy a bucket.
Teague can't hit. Brown wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3 ball. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, he's shaken up a bit. No choice but to take a timeout and let him get some medical attention. And a moment here to check out the stats for Hayward. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Second in three-point field goal percentage. And he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And back to your point, he's second in three-point accuracy. A lot of that has to do with mental toughness. It's just hard to force him out of his comfort zone. Now here's Butler. He had 22 points in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. On the wing, Wiggins. Defended by Hayward. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Another miss by Minnesota.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
No good from Irving. Timberwolves trailed by 5. Teague the pass to Wiggins. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Irving against Teague. Towns down low. The putback. Al Horford with the rebound. Boston leading by 5. Brown feeling it out a bit. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Irving. Cranes the 19-footer. Irving's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, sometimes it's about shot selection, and Kyrie Irving finds the weakness in the defense consistently. You know, guys, when you think of Al Horford, he is the prototypical big for what the Boston Celtics hope to do. This guy is very switchable on the defensive end. He can also make three-point shots at a high percentage, which is critical to the spacing they hope to achieve offensively.
Here's Irving. Jimmy Butler making his last shot, and that one good. Irving's got his second basket.
Oh, guys, there are not many strokes more pure than that of Kyrie Irving's.
Inside. Here's Wiggins. He can't hit that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. And for Horford, he's always been a plus defender throughout his career.
He has, Kevin, and I don't necessarily think that it translates to statistics. However, Al Horford is critical to what they do on the defensive end.
Now here's Wiggins after Gordon Hayward's miss, and he gets the bucket.
If you make a mistake against Jimmy Butler, this guy will find a way to make you pay. Pretty pass.
Irving against Teague. Irving finds Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Outside Teague. Pass to Towns. Over Horford. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard, Jeff Teague, unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Inside. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 6 points.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Minnesota calls timeout. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
No doubt. I mean, they played to their strengths, and that's what helped them get this road win. I loved how they played for each other.
And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Taking a look at Milwaukee. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, there's Boston. They're sitting in third place.
And, you know, for the Celtics, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And their job now is a simple one. Keep doing exactly what they've been doing and get themselves in the best position possible for the postseason.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
And when the Celtics traded out of the first overall pick in 2017, you know, many, Greg, thought they were settling for Jason Tatum for team needs. But he might be the best overall player in that draft.
Listen, the Celtics said they would have been fine taking Tatum first overall, and I believe him. I mean, Tatum looks like he could be a superstar very early in his career and does everything at a high level and is already a terrific shooter from deep. Plus, he just has a poise and an air about his game that speaks of superstar.
You get the sense that Jason Tatum has a drive to be great. This is a young player who doesn't lack for confidence. I love watching him play.
Butler dishes to Towns. Wiggins outside. Buries it from three-point range. Wiggins has got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, terrific timing on that catch and shoot. Wiggins in complete command.
Irving passes to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. A nice shot by Irving.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he can keep it up, their lead will be safe.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 10-point game. Outside Butler. Here's Towns. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
Timberwolves trail by 10. Butler finds Towns. No good there. Good work defensively by Horford.
No question he's having a bad quarter, so somebody else needs to take charge of the scoring if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Smart misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The kick out to Teague. Wiggins outside. Pass to Towns. Over Horford. 6 to shoot. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Wiggins. Towns has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Minnesota. Irving against Teague. Hayward outside. Back to Irving. Off target with his three. Timberwolves trail by 8. On the wing, Wiggins. Defended by Hayward. Now here's Teague. Last time out he had 13 points.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Lets it go with a 3. And Gordon Hayward good for 3. Hayward's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Timberwolves shooting only 28% here in the first. A shoddy game offensively for them so far. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
Now, Smart, after the missed 3 from Karl Anthony Towns. Poked loose. Morris kicks to Horford. He dishes it to Smart. Hayward trying to get open. Nice shot by Smart.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Back to Rose. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You can see the athleticism and toughness. Rose becoming exponentially more dangerous the closer he gets to the rim.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Down low. Butler passes to Jang. Butler kicks to Towns. Tips it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Hayward finds Irving. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Daniel Tice comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Irving. So it's the Celtics now. They lead by 11. Butler against Morris. 5 on the clock. Back to Tice. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
We've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Rozier against Rose. Rozier kicks to Smart. And Marcus Smart, Doris, is a player who will give you whatever he can on offense.
Right. Marcus Smart is on the floor because of his defensive abilities. But what Brad Stevens likes to say is, Marcus will make the big shots.
He's off on the first.
I think the trade for Jimmy Butler and other veteran signings accelerated the Wolves' rebuild. They are in much more of a win-now mentality.
He hits the second from the line.
You know what I love, Kevin, is Marcus Smart just continues to improve. We know he's a powerful athletic guard, but he wants to keep building different aspects of his game.
And finished off by Jang.
That's a terrific catch by Zhang and knew exactly what to do with it.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Smart deciding where to go with it. Feeds to Baines. And stolen by Jang. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Kicks it to Jang. Outside Rose. Back to Jang. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Celtics. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
Good work there as it goes.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Boston Celtics. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. The former #1 pick overall in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns, spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team that we need to be to not only make the playoffs, but to make it deep into the playoffs and give ourselves a chance of being a championship team. We have so much talent. We have great veterans. We have a great front office, a great coaching staff. So with all that on our side, we feel we have a great chance to find that way to success.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
You love that they're making the offense work, right? Making every single thing they try to do hard.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Morris. Smart is out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Aaron Baines, and it's Tice in at the 4 spot. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star, and if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Brownie's checked in for Boston. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Over in the corner, Rozier. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Tolliver. And it's Jones with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. This one for 3. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I tell you, there are players who can get thrown off when they're that wide open, but this guy keeps his cool and doesn't rush it.
Now, here's Rozier. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio. Tice passes to Rozier, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Such a wide-open look. And now an 8-point Celtic lead.
I tell you, when Brown is running like that, it's hard to stop him. This guy is superb at beating defenders up the floor.
Butler kicks to Tolliver. Rozier against Jones. Back to Tolliver. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin, and I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
The first free throw is good. Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting. Now, here is Morris. He's coming off a 10-point game against San Antonio. Butler on the wing, covered by Morris. Jones against Rozier. Jones finds Jang. Shot clock at 5. Teardrop shot. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the wide open shot from Morris. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Marcus Morris money in the mid-range.
Pass to Jang. Jones in the post. He's covered by Brown. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Jones.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Morris right side. Fades back. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Okogie, he's covered by Brown. Jones against Rozier. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, think about the Minnesota native Tyus Jones. His poise at the point guard spot is what stands out to me, guys. Here's a terrific IQ and an unbelievable sense for how to run a team. Tyus Jones, we're just getting the best of him now.
And that one falls for Jones. And Tyus Jones, Doris, won a national championship at Duke. He was the outstanding player in the Final Four, but only the 24th pick in 2015. What caused him to slip?
Well, I think one of the questions you had was athletically, could he match up at the point guard position in today's NBA? But I think what you absolutely love about Tyus Jones, just as you stated, he won a national championship. This guy has been a winner. And I think his skill level, the intangibles, his ability to run a team, there's a lot to like about this young man's game.
Now here's Tatum. 23 points for him the last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Yeah, I was also struck by how well he shared the basketball. He created a lot of easy buckets with that passing ability.
Now here's Jones. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Jones dishes to T. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And the Celtics making a change here. Hayward's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Wiggins is checked in. On defense, Boston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. In the corner, it's Hayward. Rozier kicks to Brown. Out to Hayward from the arc. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
It's tipped, and so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
And for the game with the Mavericks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire. A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
To the inside, and Hayward at the stuff.
Gordon Hayward, such a strong connection with his guys. I'll tell you, the alley-oop is pretty.
Minnesota calls timeout. Guard Terry Rozier, a fantastic spark plug off the bench for this team, Doris.
But the reality to me is Terry Rozier is a good enough player to be a starter in the NBA, but that ability to create instant offense, really special.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Rozier. Jones looking for an opening. Towns, the pass to Teague. Back to Towns. Takes a three. Nailed from three-point land. Towns has got 10 points.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. No good. That would have tied it. Boston's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Brown kicks to Hayward. Irving for three. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And that's now 11 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And a look now at the breakdown between three-point and two-point shots attempted here tonight for the Celtics.
And, boy, they've been producing points both inside and out. That kind of symmetry offensively is a great sign, and it's correlated with their early success.
Celtics leading by 5. Hayward finds Irving. Ball's knocked loose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good that time. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And the first one at the line is good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Smart's checked in for the Celtics. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Rose is checked in. That one misses. We've talked about what it takes to be a great head coach, Doris. Qualities that you think are paramount to the success, for instance, of an assistant coach.
Maybe the most important attribute to an assistant coach would be coaching with your heart and soul like it's your job on the line every night, not just the head coach's job. Right? If you pour your heart and soul into something and make that head coach's job easier, then you've functioned appropriately. And the other thing it's allowed you to do is it's allowed you to accelerate your growth. You're constantly thinking, what would I do in this situation? That helps you in the long term.
Love that perspective.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Irving kicks to Tatum. Now the pass to Smart. Over Teague. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Yeah, I thought he was rushing his shot early on, but not here in the second quarter.
Rose against Irving. Left side, Towns. With the teardrop, and he lays it up and in. Towns has got 12 in the game.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
Now, here is Irving. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And don't forget the sensational plays he made out there. He saw the court so well, firing perfect passes to teammates for wide-open shots. Well, second chance points can come from extreme effort on the offensive glass. Case in point there.
Towns dishes to Wiggins. Got a piece of it. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Wiggins kicks to Rose. Floats one up. That shot off the mark. Good D by Irving. 1:57 left to play here in the half. Shoots from the baseline. The shot missing. And Minnesota will come the other way. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others. And this guy is so tough to deal with.
Irving passes to Tatum. Shoots over Towns. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Horford.
Karl Anthony Towns takes the hit, gets the whistle.
And Karl Anthony Towns, one of the most prolific three-point shooters in the league, at least top 3 amongst all 7-footers. And his three-point percentage, elite as well, over 40%.
First free throw is good. And Towns said he'd emulate Kevin Durant as a kid playing on the perimeter at Kentucky. Cal made him play inside, work in the post, and use his size.
So going back to his roots with his three-point shooting, the association experiencing a three-point renaissance, and he really does fit the mold.
And Towns drops them both.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Irving kicks to Hayward. He feeds it to Horford. Over Wiggins. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Wiggins outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Gibson's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Irving finds Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
To me, that play is about focus from Al Horford. Just extraordinary body control on the finish. Nice.
Now here's Wiggins. He's got 8. The kick out to Rose. A miss that time would have put him up. Boston's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. 13 feet away. And that one hits back iron. On the wing, Wiggins. Defended by Hayward. Passes it to Rose. Out left to the wing. Here's Towns. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Boy, you call that a perfect closeout. You love the aggressiveness on the offensive end leading to that final shot.
Tie game in Boston. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what was your plan for tonight?
I was trying to get assists in the beginning, and I'm just having a good time out here. Got it going a little bit. Enjoying myself.
Okay, Kyrie, we'll see you in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third-grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
Things were going Boston's way from the beginning. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. The second quarter did not go as well for them as they saw their lead vanish and find themselves in a tie ball game. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota?
They did some good things, but the defense could have been much better. They allowed too many open looks, allowed the other team to make over half the shots. Some of that is not getting enough pressure on the ball, not really contesting at the rim. They look good, but not good enough.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And as we return, we get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And what can you say? Towns, an impressive effort here.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Minnesota. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. And it's Teague in at the point guard. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Wiggins passes to Teague. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
And that one falls for Horford. And last year, the Celtics appearing in the Eastern Conference Finals for a 35th season.
Simply incredible, Kevin. The most in the East by far. The Sixers and Pistons are a distant second and third. And the way this front office has constructed this roster, expect that total to rise in the coming years.
And so it's Minnesota with it. They trail by 3. Wiggins, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaylen Brown.
Well, with the first overall pick in 2014, Wiggins has some pressure on him, but he has steadily improved his play.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Well, the Timberwolves last year finally broke through that 14-year playoff drought, but they made it very clear that's not enough. This is a team with much bigger aspirations.
Now here's Tatum. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves trail. Wiggins kicks to Butler. Over Irving. Here's Towns, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Towns has got 18 points in the game.
Boy, how about the anticipation from Karl Anthony Towns? Beats everyone to the spot and goes right back up with it.
And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Now here's Tatum. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And the Timberwolves, Doris, plan to be aggressive, getting bounced in the first round. Not going to satisfy them.
They've made it clear they want deep playoff runs and a chance to compete for titles. To do that, they understand they'll need to get a lot better. Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
Boston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Back to Irving. He kicks it to Horford. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
Al Horford, a force inside right now, willing himself to the line, getting physical near the basket.
The Celtics shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good.
I just like the leadership of Al Horford. This is a dominant player, but he's remarkably efficient as well.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. And Al Horford drops them both. And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Doris, he doesn't try to coach around foul trouble.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes them out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Outside Tatum for 3. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Wiggins. Over Hayward. Good on the 13-footer. And it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On its way from Irving for 2. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
How easily scoring comes for Kyrie Irving. So intelligent, such a good decision maker.
Pass to Towns. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And now look at Boston's upcoming schedule. They'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Monday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets.
And when you look at that Pacers matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now here's Hayward. He's got 8. Right through the D for the layup. Hayward's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, no shaking Gordon Hayward. Stays focused, gets a great shot off despite quality defense.
Minnesota calls timeout.
You know, I think the beauty of Gordon Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics is that, 1, he was reunited with his old college coach, and 2, he was familiar with the system and knew his skill set was a perfect match.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Morris comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. And the officials call a traveling violation. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. Take a look at the Warriors. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Minnesota Timberwolves just way behind.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
Yeah, I think if that next step was coming, it would have happened by now. They can't be worried about could-haves and should-haves. They need to be focused 100% on the push for the playoffs.
Morris, no good. Well, Doris, with Hayward's ability to shoot and pass from the wing, his fit with the Celtics just made sense.
You know, it probably was not easy for Gordon Hayward to leave Utah, the organization that drafted him and put faith in him. But to me, the Boston situation was too good to pass on.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Brown outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 to shoot. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Jones with it. 7 points in the game. Out to the wing. Jang against Horford. Jang finds Jones. Fires from deep. Rebound Boston. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to Morris. Fires for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Morris has got 9 points.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Now here's Jones. Outside Butler. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Celtics making a switch here. Smart's checked in.
Marcus Smart.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. 3rd spot, the Celtics.
I mean, tough to maintain this kind of pace over an entire season. But let me tell you, they are really running right now.
Morris outside. Over Butler. Morris, no good. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Jones. Up top, Jang. Okogie. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Smart against Jang. Smart kicks to Rozier. Now the dish to Brown. The pass to Horford. 5 on the clock. And the basket by Rozier.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Jones, the pass to Butler. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left on the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Pulls up from the corner. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Butler.
Well, just another thing to like about Jimmy Butler, the development of the catch-and-shoot game.
Rozier looking around. Inside. Here's Morris. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And 11 points for Marcus Morris.
Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Here's Rose. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Shot from 12. Morris with the rebound. Boston leading by 6. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Butler's got 6 rebounds in the game. Over in the corner, Rose. Shot clock at 6. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Take a break. Take a break.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rose. And with Rose, as you said, his love of the game is still there, and he still wants to play.
I mean, many players would have just walked away from having their body betray him. But Rose said last season he loves what he gets to do and still would be a water boy if he had to. You have to admire Rose's attitude and approach in that regard.
I think it's best to avoid putting this guy at the line if possible, but that's obviously easier said than done.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 22 points per, almost 2.5 steals and 4 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
And it's Rozier missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Smart against Butler. Right side Rose, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And let's check out some stats for Horford. His last 10 games have been exceptional. First in three-point field goal percentage, 8th in field goal percentage, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters. And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, what a roller coaster career it has been for Derrick Rose. One-time league MVP, now just trying to fit in with the rest of his guys. This is not an easy transition.
Both good from the line that time. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Brown outside. Morris kicks to Brown. Clock at 6. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Brown's got 9.
Kev, don't you love how Brown just barrels into the teeth of the defense? This is a shifty forward who knows how to get to the rack.
Now here's Rose. He has 6. Jang dishes to Rose. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 8.
Now this is the improved decision-making. The right pass by Gorgui Zhang, right on target.
And here is Rozier. He has 5. And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's foul number 2 for him. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Brown. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Taj Gibson's checked in for Anthony Tolliver. Morris finds Hayward. To the left wing. Here's Horford. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Passes it to Rose. Horford against Jang to the middle. Here's Butler. And it's all evened up. Now Rozier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Poked loose. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Okogie. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, this is a nice pass. And when healthy, Rose still one of the best floor generals out there.
Now here's Smart. 9 points in the game so far. Kicks to Horford. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Horford's got it all tied up now for Boston.
And that's how you answer back.
Well, you can tell that was a little give good, get good. Executed well on the offensive end, connects on the deep threat.
Here's Jang. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And Butler, here we go. Count it, and the foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, I think he was forcing too many shots in the first half. Now the game's coming to him. You know, guys, you think about Jimmy Butler, drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and he goes from bench warmer to star. And I always had the sense that once Tom Thibodeau was no longer a part of the Chicago Bulls organization, that Jimmy Butler's days might be numbered there as well. But I think the trade ended up working for both teams.
One shot.
And Doris, the Bulls are trying to change the culture, more run and gun. That new style didn't really mesh with Butler's approach.
Right. Remember, Jimmy Butler is a Tibbs disciple. Even he has said perhaps he was too confrontational. With that obsessive drive of his, it can sometimes maybe rub people the wrong way. I think he's trying to balance that intensity with positivity with this young group.
Now Butler. After Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go. Butler kicks to Wiggins. Over Hayward. It's not going to go for him. Now Boston takes it the other way.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
29 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Outside, Smart. Another shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
There is a deceptive quickness with Jason Tatum. When he's attacking the basket, it puts the defense in a compromising position.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Timberwolves. They lead by 1. He kicks to Towns. Over Morris. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And that's 20 points for Karl Anthony Towns. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Tatum out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Hayward. Then there's Irving. And it's Smart in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Oh, Kevin, don't you love how unselfish Marcus Smart is? Sees the open man, whips the pass over in just the right amount of space.
So it's Minnesota now. After the basket by Boston. Here's Gibson. The shot. No good. Great D that time from Tatum. Inside, Hayward. Celtics passing it around. Morris, no good. Minnesota in the lead. To the inside. And it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now here's Irving. Tatum at the elbow. Pass to Smart. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Teague deciding where to go with it. Pass to Towns. Kicks it to Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hayward against Wiggins. On the wing, Irving. Rose with the block. Now here's Wiggins. To the middle. The kick out to Rose. Back to Towns. And there's the pass to Rose. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Celtics trail by 3. Outside, Smart. Irving against Teague. For 3, Hayward. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 15 here tonight.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Wiggins from outside. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 5 assists in the game. Now a timeout called by Boston. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He does not like the high foul number in this game. He told them, you've got to stop biting on the shot fake. Stop gambling for steals. That's giving them easy points at the line. We'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. And Gibson kicks to Towns. Dishes it to T. Gibson. And another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Hayward. Passes it to Irving. That's tipped. Smart against Jones. The 3 from Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Now here's Teague. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Moving it up. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one is on Towns.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Shooting for Boston, Jason Tatum. The other line shooting 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. T kicks to Gibson. Lobbed up there for Gibson. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Tatum. Pass to Smart. Over Jones. Off the left rim and out. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. A 2-point game. And stolen by Tatum. Outside, Smart. He kicks it to Horford. Over Wiggins. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist from Smart. Horford's got the game tied up here for Boston.
Well, how fluid is the shooting form from Al Horford? It makes him such a dangerous threat.
Outside Teague. Pass to Gibson. It's Jones on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Teague. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Hayward goes in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, of late, Gordon Hayward has now started to play the game with an edge, and I love his ability to get to the bucket and make the defense foul him.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Well, this is a space you do not want to allow Gordon Hayward to get. He has been a lights-out free throw shooter his entire career.
The Celtics making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Hayward hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Teague kicks to Jones. Towns down low, working on Horford, and stolen by Horford. Brown outside. Tipped away, and stolen by Wiggins. And he lays it up and in. Wiggins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Anticipation by Wiggins jumpstarts the fast break, and you'd think with his athleticism he'd pick up some more of these.
Tatum passes to Irving. Brown against Jones. 3-pointer, Hayward. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's 18 points for Gordon Hayward.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Teague kicks to Jones. There's the pass to Wiggins. To the inside, Teague. Banked in off the glass.
Well, I'll tell you what, impeccable work from Jeff Teague inside, showing great patience down in the lane.
Hayward on the wing. Horford with it. Hayward finds Horford. It's rebounded by Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Wiggins passes to Jones. Timberwolves passing it around. And the dunk by Towns.
And guys, when everything is working for Karl Anthony Towns, he can put up absolutely staggering numbers. What a performance here.
Now here's Irving. Hayward outside. Back to Irving. Over Teague. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Wiggins kicks to Teague. Outside, Jones. Down low. Towns, the pass to Wiggins. Misses the 3. Boston's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Brown against Jones. It's Brown with the drive, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
To me, this is Jaylen Brown at his best, right? A superb player who gets to the rim in no time.
He'll be at the line shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Jones. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Teague against Irving. Lets a floater go. Wiggins with some nice D.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Butler dishes to Teague. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Brown, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's 13 points for Butler.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Inside, here's Horford, and the rejection by Towns.
Well, his value to this team on both ends. Not many guys can defend the perimeter and the rim the way Towns can. Kevin, there's a reason the ball is in Jeff Teague's hands at these moments. Big moment, time to step up.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Hayward against Wiggins. Hayward kicks to Horford. Off target from three-point range. Minnesota leading by 4 to the middle. Passes it to Teague. Outside Butler. Towns wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Towns. Back to Teague. Three-pointer on the way. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Teague's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, this is a go-to shot for Jeff Teague. Let's remember, this guy will not hesitate if you leave him open in three-point territory.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 7. 1:57 left to play here in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. .157 left in the game. Here's Irving. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket.
T kicks to Butler. To the paint. Here's Gibson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Well, Taj Gibson is a pro's pro. The rugged power forward is known for his consistency. You can count on this guy game in and game out.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Hayward goes in. Here's Irving. Outside Tatum. Hayward looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Horford, no luck.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
Pass to Wiggins. Back to Butler. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The feed to Towns. Over Horford. And Towns, the bucket on the assist by T. 26 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Celtics trail by 8. And the pass to Horford. Back to Irving. Puts up a 3. No good on that one. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Teague finds Towns. Butler at the elbow. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, we all understand at this point how difficult it is to corral Jimmy Butler. There's more evidence right there. He draws the foul.
Jimmy Butler taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 9.
So from the 30th pick in the 2011 draft to one of the elite two-way players in the game, think about every step along the way with the work required by Jimmy Butler. Special stuff.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Daniel Tice comes in for Tatum. Marcus Morris is checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Kyrie Irving.
Well, guys, that'll seal it for sure, right? Terrific job keeping his concentration and knocking those down.
Here's Brown, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And Kevin, Jaylen Brown thrives when it comes to scoring through contact. This is a guy who is constantly looking to initiate that body contact with the defense.
Now here's Jones. Outside Butler. Kicks it to Tolliver. Fires the 3. That shot, no good. They can score it here, but it won't mean much.
Kevin, turn out the lights. This party's over.
It might be. To the left side wing. Brown the pass to Morris. Brown with it. Jang defending. Here's Tice. And that falls. Now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead, and so Minnesota takes the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, you have become a star in this league, big part of the team. Have those expectations put more pressure on you individually?
No pressure. I think I'm gonna do what I do each and every night. I'm not gonna play well every night, but I just gotta focus on me, this team. Can't worry about the outside influences.
A real leader, Jimmy. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.